Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, this is Barbara Calvano, and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels on Blog Talk Radio. Join me now for guidance and messages from the divine to support you on your path to living with mastery. Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Calvano, and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels here on Blog Talk Radio Live. And for those of you who will listen on the other platforms on replay, welcome to you also. And today I am giving you the angel messages for November, which is You've Got This, which is quite a statement with everything that's going on. And I'll get to that in a minute. Just want to share a little bit. Some of you follow me, and even who are in the New York City area, I was not able to attend the New Life Expo last Sunday. 2 days prior to it, a very good friend and colleague, actually in my tarot reading community, passed away. And it really affected me way more than I realized. I knew she was not well, but when I found out she had passed, I was beyond myself. And it was the first time that I've been so affected by someone's passing. And it was like, she was like a little sister to me. And one of the things I want to share is that her death really did impact me because she had stage 4 breast cancer and at one point had a lump but chose not to follow up on it. So she proceeded to get very ill. And I bring that up, I'm not naming names, but there are reasons why people choose that path. And I do know, right, on the other hand, I have several clients, I know friends who are getting treatment right now for breast cancer. And it is not easy. It is not easy at all. And there are many of you who are ill and going through health concerns and whatnot. It's not easy. And one of the reasons why I got into sharing about working with the angels was to help alleviate the stress. And when I mean that, is that actually working with archangel energy, learning the tools and techniques to release the agitation, anxiety, stress, fear, is with Archangel Michael and Raphael. And it works without needing to use anything like a substance, without having to numb yourself, right? So that was like 12 years ago. And now where I'm at is that I really believe that working with archangels and some of the techniques of, really dynamic cellular activation, you can heal. You can heal very, very deeply. So that being said, for some people to go to a doctor, to face something that in their mind could be really, really horrible, it's easier just not to go through it. So in here, this person had a medical condition. Someone else may have a financial condition, a condition or a situation with a family member or a personal issue of themselves. And it really made me think many of us will not face something in our lives because of the fear, right? So one, we're going to die anyway. And there are a number of people who have survived going through chemo and radiation for breast cancer or anything, financial downfall, bankruptcies, families that dissolve because of conversations, things that people said, everything in our life as a human being. We share with one another. And the number one thing is that I truly believe we all face something deep in our heart that could even terrify us if we really stepped into it, versus we could live in the shadows of that dream, in the shadows of something for the rest of our lives. So that being said, my dear friend's passing, it made me look at my own life. Like, what is it that I really want to do that maybe I'm avoiding by doing this podcast, by being a life coach and certified card reader, etc. Because it's easy to get busy. It's easy to do something. It's very, very easy to hide in the shadows of something that's very, very dear to your heart. And it's much more than some of the superficial things, like we have to pay our rent, we have to do this, we have to do that. But it's easy to just keep a secret in our heart and just get older. So that being said, I had a wake-up call. Hello, this is Barbara Calvano. Clicked the wrong thing. So I had a wake-up call. It's like I miss her. It was her choice to do it the way she did it. Yeah. We all are making choices every day. And one of the things about working with the angels is they help us with the choices. So we could make no choice and we could just plod along in our lives and things are happening in and around us and we might complain, why are they happening? Tell me when it's going to end, et cetera, et cetera. Or we can say to the world, to our higher power, to our angels, this is what I intend to do with this one life that I have. And how can you help me? Show me the way. Give me messages. Show me signs. And that's how I teach people to work with their angels. And that's how I work with mine. So it really is about facing life like for real. Like, this is it. One life. We have one life to live. And so for 3 days I couldn't breathe, and I definitely could not even begin to get up in front of a group of people and talk about co-creating an extraordinary life with your angels when all I could see in my mind was her body with no life in it. So we are each going to be that at one point. So if you want to work with me or another coach, I highly recommend working with someone to help you achieve your dreams while you can. And later I will be doing one-card readings for everyone here who's called in. I have a whole lot of callers today. Thank you so much. Hope to get to everyone today. These are short one-card readings. And if you want to book a 1-hour session with me, do so at my website. And then you purchase it, and then I set up a time with you. And if you have financial difficulties, let me know. I can create a sliding scale for you. This really is about have a coach, have somebody with you to help you design your life. So, here's the person that they had a medical emergency, and I would say is pretty petrified about going through the process, thinking that it's all going to turn out a certain way. Well, what I want to say is sometimes we don't know. We don't have all the answers of how something's going to turn out. But if we're willing to be courageous, fearless, determined, to really, I'm going to say, fight for our life, fight for it, to keep that energy, keep that flame lit, right? In like what people are doing right now for this upcoming election in the United States. It really is about taking your pen, filling in that dot, and making a difference. And I bring that up because there's no time and room for cynicism and resignation in our lives, in any part of it, not just politics, any part of it. If you want that relationship, you want that health, you want that money and finances, that career, there is going to be something to be done in exchange for it, the work to be done, the actions to take. And on my show, I don't give you the fortune-telling answer to how it's all going to turn out or not turn out. I don't do that. I mostly tell you what is in your way of achieving it. And I think that's really valuable, just like these players for the World Series. They need to look at the videos. They need to course correct over and over and over again. And that's how they got to be where they're at and set their intentions and their goals and then work for it. So working with angel energy is life force energy. It is the energy of the universe. So basically you're saying yes to the universe. I'm ready. Show me the signs. Let's get to work and achieve this thing that has been on my mind for all these years. And sometimes we think it looks like one thing. Sometimes we think, well, I really want this business to take off, where what the true dream is to be at home with myself and my body. So there's a true authenticity that comes with working with the angels, because just like God they see everything. They see everything. So it's not just the superficial wit. If you wanted big lips, most people would just go and get the Botox or lip filler. You just do what you got to do. And I only say that in a joking manner because sometimes all it is you do that thing, right? But there's sometimes this thing called, how can I be happy as a human being, which is kind of complicated, but maybe it's not so complicated. How can I be fulfilled as a human being with everything that I see that's going on in the world, which each day there seems to be more things to be upset about, right? So that's what we have at hand. So here we go with your messages for the month of November. And that will be this week. And I was guided to use the Earth Warrior cards by Elena Fairchild. And you can see the beautiful images here on the Blog Talk page or at my website, BCALVANO Coaching. And if you do subscribe to it, you'll get updates of what's going on the next show, and if anything else, where I might be speaking publicly or where I might be shifting, how I might be shifting my business at this time. So the first card is Panthera, and there's a black panther on it. And it's the physical guidance from Mother Earth. That's what the message is for. And here it says, you have the strength to handle any challenge, even the ones that intimidate you. So it really is about all the energy that's in the air right now. People have more strength than they realize. What I love about my yoga teacher that I've been going to for 15 years, she's much younger than me, but when I hear someone say that, just when I think I know everything, she'll say, you're so much stronger than you realize. That's an incredible thing for someone to say to you, and then to be able to use that. So our faith and optimism are not meant to make us complacent, but rather to encourage us to believe that our action in the world will have a positive and real effect. There are situations where your voice, your courage, your fearless determination are needed. You will make a difference. Cast helplessness and despair aside and find the fighter within. Fight for that which needs defending with all your heart. Do not yield. When I say fight, I mean, I'm not saying pick up a stick, but it's like, can you really stand up and speak in your mind and communicate your needs to the people around you, the people at work? This is so, so important and needed in the world. When we do that for ourselves, it is rippling effect to all around us, and it's making a difference. And that one thing about standing up for what you believe in makes a difference for the whole world. Although you may think you're just one person, your energy of coming through the ancestors and generations to be in this human body today, it will make a monumental difference. And here it says, you have the strength to handle any challenge, even ones that intimidate you. You may feel that you are alone in the fight sometimes, but there are forces of good and spirit and upon the earth that are fighting with you, supporting you, believing in you, assisting you, and championing your success. It may not always feel like it, but you are not alone in this. There is help at hand to uncover a hidden piece of information which will allow truth and justice to prevail. So when I say that, it's mostly for your inner victory. It may not be, the other person finds out that they were wrong. No, it's something within you like, oh my God, I didn't know, I didn't feel, I didn't remember that is truly within my power. All right. So I'm so guided to share this with all of you right now. So do not give up on yourself or the divine. That means your God, goddess. You are not overreacting or making things seem more important than they are in the truth. When in the face of possible loss, something deep in our soul recoils in horror. It is a sign that something's not right. It is not a sign that we are too attached or not trusting enough in the divine to figure everything out. it is a sign that we must fight to safeguard what would otherwise perish. So, my friend's passing made me just realize everything. It takes the passing of someone that you really care about a lot. I worked with her so many hours doing tarot readings here in New York, probably for thousands of people at tarot events, and then with her at a meditation center. I spent a lot of time with her, and I appreciated her energy. But I didn't know that when it came to pass that she would not ask and let other people support her in something that she was uncomfortable with. I'm not going to say terrified. I don't know. We're just choosing not to go through it. And again, I'm not angry that she made that choice. I'm just very, very aware that people make different choices. All right, so the second card is Abuela Medicine, Remedy of the Grandmothers. And this is the emotional guidance from Mother Earth. And here it says, these are beautiful cards anyway, here we go. Believe in the formidable power of healing, of the transformation that it can provide for all aspects of your being and your life. Medicine comes in many forms. Great Spirit to facilitate healing of body, of mind, and of soul. Whether it is the correction of unhealthful habits of thought and guidance for the practical steps to resolve a physical imbalance or deep soul healing that frees you into fulfillment of your divine potential, there is no limit to what can be healed through grace. A current of divine healing is flowing to you and through you now. Open yourself up to participate in a beautiful healing transformation. So this is the energy from your grandmothers. It's with you right now. So I'm saying wherever you are in your life right now with your questions and things that you're concerned about, you are on a healing journey. You're not supposed to have all the answers, but you're supposed to be open every day, every second. Put your trust in the divine genius of Great Spirit and the medicine of the earth through which divine healing can express itself. As you allow your spiritual connection to guide your earthly steps with synchronicity and divine intervention, you will be supported for a healing journey that will be profound for you. So whatever you are dealing with, and when you stay open, it will be revealed. This is how it works with, right? It doesn't just, sometimes it shows up with a check in the mail or something that instantaneous, but mostly it's about opening your heart, and opening your heart over and over again until it's just open all the time. This divine oracle indicates a healing outcome that will enhance your soul journey. Your soul has healing gifts, and you are meant to participate fully in an exploration of healing that is of interest to you. You are meant to understand how it is that you are a healer in your own way, whether that be professionally or how you are as a person in the world more generally as part of your life journey. So just by being a person, but doing it authentically, working on yourself, healing yourself, being curious, open, you heal the world. You heal the proximity around you. The energy around you shifts. And that is like what's missing in the world. We just need more people to be like that. And there are many, many thousands right now hitting a critical mass that things are going to be for the better. But until we reach that point, a lot of what's not working will reveal itself, and that's what's happening. But the overall scope of the number of people who are committed to creating a world that works for everyone, it's happening. It really is happening. So it says, grandmother medicine typically relates to the use of plants through various disciplines to promote healing of the mind and body. However, the oracle speaks of a broader interpretation. It indicates a time when earthly steps on your healing journey will be supported and guided by Spirit for truly inspiring results. So the basis of all true healing is a shift in consciousness so powerful that it alters not only mind, but eventually soul and physiology, your body as well. So that's what's happening right now. And it could be, I've been doing this show for 12 years. Anything that you're dealing with, you are on a healing journey with it. If you accept that, you can breathe more, and you can accept that there is help around you. The universe supports where you're at right now. You're held. And if you know that, you can breathe more, relax more, and then attune to the messages that are being given to you, literally in your heart, through your ears, through your eyes. You go, oh, that's the next step I need to take. And not revert to a criticism of yourself and judgment, or you just sit in this, depressed kind of state for the next months or weeks. It's not necessary. If you accept that this is part of your journey and you are held, you can move on. And here's the next card. It is Viracocha, honor the light. And here it talks about you are a light bearer. I love how these cards all move into the next direction, right? Your sole purpose is to redress the presence of darkness on this planet through shining the light. You are meant to do this in the ways that feel most uplifting to you. So what brings brightness to your spirit? Do those things. How can you create a loving legacy to remind others of the light? What we mean by the light? The angelic love, the love of spirit, the love of the universe. That is the light. Exploring and expressing the light in ways that remind others to seek the light too is a way to fulfill your divine destiny. Your light is powerful. Use it. So somebody's light might be, if they see a piano in a public space, they sit down and play music, and that delights the people around them. Or you're a gardener and you plant beautiful, colorful flowers, and people can walk by, and in that moment, they feel cheerful for that moment. It could be that you do these quiet, silent acts of kindness for people. It could be that you just decide that you are not going to criticize yourself today, and you're just going to chill out and enjoy who you are and what you've accomplished so far. It may be that you take a moment of rest from constantly criticizing a family situation. Have some compassion for yourself and for them. Tiny, tiny, tiny moment of shift in perception is huge. It's absolutely huge. So gently but persistently remind yourself and others to ask for divine help. So you're quietly asking for help from your angels, and you may not even notice there's a shift because you realize, I'm not in this by myself. You do shift. One shifts. And then you might get an idea to take the next action. You've shifted the energy of the whole universe by those tiny moments, right? And the number of people around us who are unconscious is a lot. There's a lot. And what do I mean by unconscious? Stuck in their suffering and unable to see that there's a choice in the matter. Unable to see that there's any other choice. So terrified, so angry, so suffering that they can't even breathe light. There's that word again, that there's light around. Light. So that in the light one can see, right? So when we, as the ordinary person, makes the tiny shifts, you can see how it is a rippling effect for everyone around us. And then the next card is, this reading has 4 cards, is the guidance from Mother Earth on how I can give back to her. And we have totemic puma. So we have another cat. And this one is a beautiful, like orange tiger cat. Totemic puma, power awakening. So as we go through the process of these 3 cards, we're now at the 4th. I am Puma. I awaken within you the vigorous energy, fierce power and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. My patience and strategy, my preparation and precision, My fearlessness and decisiveness are now your own. Allow my sacred medicine to fill your soul and bring courage to your heart. You have come into your power. You've got this. So if we could take a moment and be with that crisis or situation that you're dealing with and really accept this. You've got this. Like you don't know how. You don't have to know how. But in your power, as a human being who's come through all these ancestral generations, you're here, you have the power. And if you are willing, you're going to be able to see it and feel it and shift on a whole new level. So that's how we work spirit. We actually partner up and say, okay, right, I accept this. And I have no idea what you're talking about, but I accept what it would be like if I had it. So don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. Apply yourself fully to the task. Let go of old ways of viewing yourself as incapable, scattered, or wasteful of energy. You have the ability to focus intently, to generate clear intention, and to achieve your ambitions through methodical steps and applied will. You have the internal resources you need for successful completion. Completion. Something could be complete, like no kidding, finished, not another day, another week, another month, another year of ongoing repetition of complaining about something. Even if no one else recognizes your potential and believes in your future success, in due course they will understand differently. By then, you will already be moving on to your next task. Trust your sense of timing. Have patience. When you know it is time to leap, do it without hesitation. So most people do not leap without hesitation. Oftentimes it takes a situation of hardship, struggle, a rock bottom where people say, all right, I need to make a change. Like, no freaking kidding. Like, no freaking kidding. Nobody's coming to bail me out of this. Nobody. I could pretend like it's not happening, but in my heart, I know it's time for me to do that. So we have all this stuff happening all around us in the world, right? It's very easy to distract ourselves into all of that. Do we need to be a part of it? Somewhat, yes. But the number one, 99% focus should be on yourself, on how your state is, how you can find fulfillment and peace while you participate in the world, but not giving over all of your power over to all of the things that are happening, all the drama. So Puma moves through your soul as a guardian and a guide. When Puma appears, it is a significant sign that you have come into your power. Puma moves with stealth and silence. Observe being patient as she narrows her focus. She cultivates energy so that the correct amount of inner power for the outer action is there when needed. When she strikes, it is with precision and effectiveness. She doesn't waste energy. She chooses her opportunities. Hesitation is not in her nature. There's no time or energy for doubt and uncertainty when one is fully engaged in conscious participation in the moment. So you may wonder if this sounds much like you. You may consider yourself to be, at least sometimes, more of a doubter than one prone to fearlessness and certainty. Yet the soul medicine of Puma builds within us silently. We may not even realize that her power is there until all of a sudden, when it is needed, we act with unerring focus and unwavering commitment. We literally didn't know we had in us until the time came, and an attitude of swift, unfailing responsiveness somehow rose up from within. So I know some of you, and some of you are my clients, and I know some of you have dealt very powerfully in situations and made choices and stepped through and walked through the fire. And and then now you may be ready for the next task. And Puma says we are ready. So these are the 4 cards in sequence. If you need to hear them again, you can repeat the first part of this show. And we are way bigger than we realize. And when it's time to rest, we rest with full participation. And when we are ready for action, we also take action with full participation. And more importantly, we learn to listen and be aware and conscious with unwavering concentration. And you will hear and see things. I like to call it the sideways way of entering into us. All of a sudden, you'll get an aha, like, oh my God, that is the answer to. I knew that when I was 12 years old. Why did I forget? I knew that when I was 16. I knew that before. What? For some reason, I forgot for 50 years. That's how we go as human beings on the path of this journey. So I'm going to take a brief sip of water and get to your questions. Again, I have a full board of people who've called in. One card readings for you, and it's best I can pull a card for you, but it's best if you could ask a question, and I can get to you with that. Again, if you want a full reading, full support on something you're dealing with, and we can get some coaching for you to help you be equipped for how to deal with something, you can book your session with me on my website, purchase it, and then we'll set the date and time. I have it on Zoom and also in person here in the Manhattan area of New York City. Okay. And something kind of funny. We had neighbors who were so quiet who lived upstairs from us for about 15 years. They were so quiet you didn't even know they were there, right? Neighbors from heaven. When they moved out, oh my goodness, I prayed for the best neighbors again. And they just moved in, and they have a little 2-year-old, so it's not too bad, but they're from a country called Bhutan. And the people from Bhutan are supposedly the happiest people on earth. So it's kind of funny to actually have people who know how to find contentment in life. But yeah, you can pray and just see how the angels answer you. Sometimes they have a real sense of humor. All right, my friends. So let's go to the first caller, area code 307. What is your name, and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hello, yes. How are you?
Very good.
Very good. My name is Danny, calling out of Wyoming. I just wanted to first and foremost say I'm so sorry for your loss, and thank you so much for your time and use of energy.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Well, I was looking for something more general just for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I didn't have anything in particular that I'm dwelling on or have a question about.
Very cool. I love Wyoming. Oh, my goodness. Is it cold where you are today?
Actually, the October has been one of the nicest Octobers of my life, and
Wow.
we don't have snow on the ground, so the trick-or-treaters will actually be able to not have a coat with their costumes this year.
Wow. It's a little extra warm here, too. So, anyway, here we go. So I'm pulling from the Angel Wisdom for you. Yeah, this one feels good. For the rest of the year, we have, all right, so here's one. The person is looking out the door, and there are bags packed. Interesting, suitcases. And it says, the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness or both, the opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders, the end of an addiction, a melodramatic reaction. So it looks like, a lot of swords in a basket. So it looks like you just lay down all your swords. You're not going to fight the situation any longer. You might have some heartache about it, but there's a huge opportunity for new happiness, and you know it. This person is staring out, going to walk out this door and take their bags with them, but outside it's beautiful, flowers, a bright sky. So this is what we're feeling with this card. And, 10 of Swords here we have for you. So that's what we have. It looks like again, something may be ending, but it's an ending. And yet it is and when the addiction could be the end of an addiction, you may have a little bit more giving than receiving back, in this situation. And and so sometimes that is like an addictive quality, giving more than receiving back. It could be a way of treating yourself because of the situation, but it looks like you're getting a whole new, it's just you're stepping through the doorway. You're stepping into new light. So that's what we see. It sounds pretty great to me.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Barbara.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for calling in today. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So the next caller is area code 856. What is your name? How can I help you today? Hello there.
Hi, how are you? I'm Rosemaria from New Jersey.
Hi, Rosemary.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever you pick up, because I'm trying to communicate with a relationship, and that's been, I don't know, he's been hard-headed, if that makes sense. So whatever you pick up on that, or general, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever you got.
Yes. So one of the things to do is, if you heard what I just said to the first caller, oftentimes the reading might be for you also, right? Anybody who's listening, it sounds like you're ready for change. That's for sure. So because we don't have control over the other person.
Sure.
How we can shift the situation is shifting ourselves, believe it or not. That took me so long to learn. Oh, my God. I mean, if I change, the other person might change. They might, but they might not. But you really want to change the energy. You become a light, and all of a sudden they might be able to see something they couldn't see before. So here we go for you, my dear. All right. And the card is, all right, Ace of Air. I like this, new beginnings. Ace of Air, brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So sometimes there's something going on in the relationship that we don't face 100% honest, right? We think that they're going to change. We think there's something. We're not seeing it exactly as it is. It's so easy when we love someone or we're very close to someone, we don't see what's in front of our eyes, because we want to see what we want to see. We see what we want to see, right? So here it says you're going to get new ideas and inspirations, right? Because it feels like you're ready for a change. All you have to do is admit that to yourself. And you're seeing the truth of a situation. So sometimes how someone acts and how they speak is the truth of a situation. That is the truth. That is the truth. We're thinking, well, it shouldn't be this way, but how they're being is the truth of the situation. Could that change? Yes, but only if they're willing. And that says a challenging beginning. So it might not be easy for you to really look at this as with your, I would say with your glasses on, like fully look at it and tell the truth. This is what it is. This is how the person acts. This is what they say. This is what they do. And this is it. Now, again, as soon as we can tell the truth, we can actually shift the situation, because then you can say, okay, I'm not willing to have this or have the person be like this, or I'm not willing to react all the time. As soon as we tell the truth, we can make a different choice. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So this is beautiful, because it is say brilliant new ideas and inspiration. Just pay attention to the ideas that you get, because they're real. That's how your angels are working with you. They already are telling you, this, whatever they're saying. They could be saying this person is not going to change. You're saying in your mind, well, maybe today they will. So it is about you, a challenging beginning, but it is a new beginning for you. Tiny steps are what you need to take, but it is the beginning of a whole new frequency. You know how I don't think people use radios. I still use one. But when you turn the dial, all you do, you're turning the dial ever so slightly. But when you turn it all of a sudden it's on a completely different channel, right? You just turn it very so slightly, right? So you're turning your frequency ever so slightly, and you're going to see things differently. Sometimes people remain with these challenging relationships, and sometimes they have to say, unless you have to make conditions. Unless you go to this program or see a therapist or counselor, I can no longer be with you, or whatever it's going to be. But you have everything you need to take the next step, okay? You just have to be willing to turn that dial, make that change, take that action. But doing nothing but looking over there, expecting over there to change, is not going to do anything. It has to come from within you, okay?
All right. Tricia, I guess the idea of texting came up yesterday. All right,
okay.
cool.
Very
Appreciate
good.
it.
You take care. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, my dear. Next caller looks like it's on the internet. It's 111. And what is your name? How can I help you today? Hello there.
Hey, Barbara. My name is Trish, and I was just calling for a one-card general reading.
Okay, very good. Go. All right, this one is for you. And it's from Angel Tarot. It's Page of Fire, and it says it describes you as outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous, or you could be attracting another person into your life with these same qualities. It says news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. And we have a beautiful, it's not fire, there's a big dragon on this card with the fire, but the fire is not blowing out, but the fire is like, it looks like the fire is like a big egg. I love this, like a dragon's egg near you. So it describes, it looks like, you're ready for like birthing something very, very creative, and that you have it within you to do this. So that's what we have for you today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good.
Bye.
So take care, my friend. All right, so here we go. Area code 770. What is your name and how can I help you today? Hello there. Hello, did you want a reading today? Hello. Okay, so we have to go to the next caller. Area code 415. What is your name and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hi, my name is Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. I just missed that.
Travel. If it's looking good to travel in December or January, in that time.
So you're asking about traveling in December or January?
Yeah.
So is this a concern about the weather or is it about visiting certain people? Well, I'm having a hard time hearing anything.
And to get over that fear of, enjoying myself and don't worry about it.
So this is just for pure enjoyment for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't been to Europe. I haven't been to Europe in like 20 years. And
okay.
But I've been other cities, other countries, other parts of the world, but just not Europe.
Okay. And what is your main concern?
Taking the time off work, and the tickets are expensive that time of year.
Okay. So in that regards, what I'm getting from the angels is see how do I say this? For you to really be fulfilled and enjoy it, right, and relax,
yes.
Is it going to be doable? Meaning, can you make all those factors work? The work situation, the finances. So it's more about, what are you willing to give in order for it to happen? And what I mean by give is, okay, if you're committed to doing it, when are you spending the time to do the research, to set up the communications with the people at work, and to do any research you need to do about where you're traveling and whatnot? It's like 100% throw yourself in. The more you throw yourself in, the more you have a chance to making it be fulfilling and enjoyable. Now I'm going to see what the card says. Here it says this, my dear. It says Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision, which is what I described, and consider a more playful approach. So that's what I like. Just be playful about it. All right, so I'm going to make this happen. So I need to make the list of all the things I need to do and just jump in. Then it says too much going on at once. So there may be other factors regarding this. Maybe too much going on at work right now, or other things going on in your life right now. But those are the things that, like I told the other caller, be willing to look at everything point blank, right? Just look at the reality of it, not how you'd hope it to be. So as long as you're looking at it authentically with both eyes wide open, you'll know if it's the right time to leave work or to use your credit card this much right now. You'll know all of this. All you need to do is, here it says, the need to make a decision. So if we get off the phone and you just begin doing the research, put it all together, and you'll see. Maybe I have to wait a year or 6 months.
Yeah, I've done the research. Yeah, I've done research now for 3 weeks, and then I get too much information, too many choices.
Okay, so that's what we have. It says too much going on at once. I love it.
Yeah.
But what I love is it says consider a more playful approach. And what I would say
I need that.
Yeah, it's like why are you going? Because probably you want to play and have fun, right? So if you remember, that's your intention, right? It is your intention. Maybe that'll just bring you in more to like, hey, I'm just going to have this happen. Reminding you why you're going, right? And look at pictures of that, and look at the food you're going to eat or whatever where you're going to stay. But having fun with it, having fun now, a playful approach as you create this vacation or this time off. Okay, so that's what I see, and it looks like you're going to be fine. You just have to decide that you're going to. The anticipation and fear mostly comes from not planning for anybody about anything. But the more you plan, the more you're going to be prepared if something goes wrong, because oftentimes something happens, right? But the more prepared you are, the more prepared you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, great. I am the prepared person for sure. But the planning half, definitely, I need to go back to that. And it's great to keep looking at pictures. I kind of stopped doing that. So those are great ideas.
Yeah, I mean, it's when I see people's stories of where they're vacationing on Instagram, most of them, they say, nah, I wouldn't want to go there. Then all of a sudden I see, oh my goodness, I would jump on a plane for that place. But, having fun with the decision that you're making with this project will bring all the energy into it and remind you that it's something that you want to do. And if you've not been there in a while, well, that's okay. It's, it's different. But I don't have like the information of saying that your soul wants to be in a certain place, but there's a little bit of that energy. If there's a soul, your spirit wants to revisit a certain place in Europe, that may be happening too. Whether they, I felt that right now as we were speaking. There may be, and that may be the pull in your life right now. Yeah. All right, my dear?
Yeah, that came up.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling, and I'm going to move to the next caller. All right. Area code 718. What is your name, and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hey, my name's Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Tom. How can I help you today?
I'm just wondering, have anything for me in my love life?
Okay. Very good. So, Tom, are you with someone, or you're seeking? You're looking for someone?
I guess I'm alone at the moment.
Okay. Now, are you looking for a life partner, or are you looking for just someone to have fun with? There's no judgment, Because it depends.
A permanent thing would be nice.
Okay, good. I always say when your heart is ready, the person exists, because you could be talking about. You could be saying, Barbara, I want a new car today, right? But you're not saying that, right? That partner. So I really feel that this person exists. This person exists, meaning they're out there. The energy of this person totally exists because you're ready. You're ready. So the next thing is, are you willing to take the actions when your angels give you a message? And the message could be, go to this class, go to this party, go to this restaurant. You have to be where this person is going to be. So let's see what we have here. The card I pulled for you is, I love it, Strength. So you have Ariel with you. And it says, this is a major arcana card. So it talks about big change. So if you really take on the energy of Ariel right now, a high probability you're going to fulfill on what you're looking for. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments and forgiveness and compassion. So you have the inner strength to make this happen. When I say make it happen, is to be open and willing and vulnerable and to own this, that this is what I'm ready for, right? So main thing is release harsh judgments. So this could be about the other person, about relationships, your ideas about partnerships, relationships, or even yourself. So the more you can get into that state of acceptance and loving, being vulnerable with who you are, just as you are, and then you're going to attract that mirror energy of the person coming into your life. Does that make any sense?
It does.
You know, I remember when I was ready to meet my husband at 35, because I said, I think I'm done being with this single life. I would like to find my partner. I was really learning how to love myself. And for me, what it looked like is I went to the gym a lot. I took dance classes. I had to feel physically fit. That was me. People are all different. When I feel fit and healthy, I feel more attractive. It wasn't about perfection. Yeah. It's just I felt the oxygen in my body. I sweated. I felt good. I just felt good. And when you feel good, you attract that energy to you. And then it's the next step. You meet the person and it says forgiveness and compassion. So there you are. You meet this person and I think this could be the person. Then we go to forgiveness and compassion. You have to take a moment. All right, I'm not going to let my past affect my future. And how do we do that? If you've ever been disappointed or things happened before, it's so easy to say, oh, my God, this person is going to do the same thing to me that happened before, whatever. We can barely be in the moment, right? So when we continue to see forgiveness and compassion for myself, for my past, how I behaved before, let it go. So it's that kind of work. And Ariel gives you the strength to do that. You have Ariel riding the tiger. You have strength. You have the strength card. So I love that for you as you proceed with this. Because it takes strength to go through, dating, asking the questions, being open, the whole thing, right? But it's how we do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you see like a forgiveness, so is it possible like a reunion with somebody from the past?
Oh, definitely. That could happen. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And number 11 is November. You asked about November, December, right? So you got the number 11 right smack in front of my face here, right? So, yeah, I love this. Ariel is there for your abundance, which can include relationships, friendships, money, finances, and even the environment, the world. So I love this for you. So absolutely, forgiveness is the two words on this card. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. And there you go, my friend. Okay?
Thank you so much, Barbara. And I'm sorry about your friend. My condolences.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, I did. When I was going through it, I said, I don't know if I could ever talk again when you go through that, but I let myself feel it. So whenever we have something really, really difficult, it's easy to block it, and I was able to breathe through it and finally cry a little bit. And that's when I realized she's gone, but why I was crying because she taught me so much. I learned so much when I was with her. It was a gift to be with her. And, I'm sharing this with you because when we realize the gift of somebody, the gift of another human being, of how we feel about ourselves when we're with that person, it's such a gift. We become even bigger than we thought we were, more intuitive, more compassionate. And that's the beautiful energy of combining two people's energy together. We become a new energy, right? And that's happened when I was with her. I didn't like her choices, but those were her choices, right, about her medical care. But boy, if I hadn't met her, I definitely wouldn't be here talking to you today. She really encouraged me so much as a reader, yeah. So I wish you so much luck with this. And I don't like the word luck, but I wish you energy, all the great energy and the strength as a human being and with the Archangel Ariel. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Nice talking to you.
Nice for me, too. Now we go to area code 516. What is your name and how can I help you today? Hello there. And sometimes, okay.
I just want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, wonderful. Hi, my name is Beatrix. I'm calling from Richmond, Virginia.
Wow. Hello there.
Hello. I do want to say I am also very sorry for your loss, and I so appreciated your messages today, and I got a chance to look at your cards online, and they were just beautiful. And when you were speaking about them, there was so much resonance about cats and connection, and I just so appreciate your message, and I'm so grateful that I found your podcast on Spotify, just like searching for podcasts that were in alignment with me, and I really do appreciate your message, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for letting me know.
Of course. I just want to know how I can overcome, or like what I should be mindful of to help overcome blocks that I've encountered in finding my alignment.
Okay. Do you, I'll pull the card, but as you asked the question, started getting messages, how's your health? How's your health? How are you in touch with your body?
I truthfully do not know. Another thing what you were speaking about today with your friend who had decided not to move forward, I really probably should go to the doctor. I don't feel ill, but I also haven't been on top of doing, preventative maintenance.
Okay. Then just go, because that little tiny frequency that's off, as soon as you get to go ahead that you're just fine, great. Or you find a little something that needs to be annoyingly looked at again by somebody else, that will give you power. It's like we get to a point where all the messages are really coming from our body, but if our body, which is our home, we live in our body, it's our home. If there's something off, we're not in alignment. We're not, the lights are not all turned on. So, I do not like doctors. My husband's a chiropractor. He's a natural type of doctor, but, going to a gynecologist, it was okay until all of a sudden they found a little something. I'm like, okay, now what? You want me to do this? You want me to do that? And we need to do with any medical person or even business people, advocate. Ask questions. Stand up for yourself. So it's all process of energy. You get it? That's alignment. It's all process of energy. So when you get to A-OK, that you're fine, so then you can check that off. Or if there's something that needs to be looked at, then you could say, well, is this an unnecessary procedure you're giving me? Or I need to find out about that. Or does this really matter? For me, I had to get an MRI. I went for it. I couldn't even get in the tube. I freaked out. So I had to find out this or that, So advocate for yourself. I'm going to have to pull the card quickly, but main thing, get your body in alignment, because it's the first thing I saw. Get certainty with your health and face that energetic zone with that. And you have 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life, 10 of Earth. So, this part is really good, and I think the alignment question has to do with energy in your body. And when energy in your body is uncertain, you're not in alignment. That is it. It's so simple that we all miss it. You know what I mean? We think it's the stars, and it could be all that business too, but and then not all the medical people are going to be correct. So you're going to have to work on your intuition. So it's an incredible opportunity, so to align with your angels, stand up for yourself, and also stand up for your energy. Stand up for your alignment, okay, my dear, and go for that.
All right,
okay.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. All right, so that is the last call today. We're going on 60 minutes, and thank you so much for calling, everyone, and see you soon Follow me at my website, BCALVANOCOACHING.com, to find out when the next show will be. And I so appreciate you who called in and listened to me live and spoke to you, or who will be listening on replay. Have a very blessed day.